Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We're going to watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the Rukka Airvision 3-season warm weather pant available at RevZilla.com. So the Rukka Airvision pant is the complement to the Airway jacket. 3-season warm weather, spring, summer, fall, due to the fact that the outer shell is Cordura AFT, also reinforced 2-layer Cordura AFT in the knees and shins. What that is, it's a Cordura knit developed between Rukka and DuPont that allows it to be strong, flexible, but flow air. This pair of pants doesn't breathe. It legitimately flows air, but it gets away from using mesh, which is a weaker material in abrasion resistance in the moto world. Now, also the nice part about the Airvision pants is that they're also Gore Performance Shell. The inner liner, which is removable on these pants, is Gore-Tex waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life. Rukka uses tons of Gore-Tex technology, but it also has 60 grams of Outlast phase change material lining, so it's temperature regulating. So when you're too hot, it absorbs heat, and when you're too cold, it releases heat. The thought process there is it's always easier to layer up and change the layers on your jacket on the top half of your body than it is on the legs, on your pants, because you have to take them off and go from there. So keep that in mind. I'd love to hear your comments on the positioning, the technologies here in the Airvision pants. Leave them on our YouTube channel, join the conversation, ask us your questions, and feel free to click here to subscribe, stay up to date with. We try to cover the best of the moto world and shoot video every week. You know, if we think about sizing, I have Peter to my left. He's 6 foot 195, typically a 34-inch waist. Peter has a little bit bigger legs than your typical guy of his size. Peter hits the gym. Peter's wearing a size 50. He should probably be a 52. One of the things, and I'm going to say he should absolutely be a 52, one of the things that Rukka is known for in its pants is it's very decisive in the cut of a lot of its garment. They're not trying to use any additional material than they're already using or than they have to use. So the fit is very trim. So there's tall sizes as well as short sizes, but you're not going to have a ton of room through the legs. It's a very svelte European cut, much more so than the jackets, which tend to fit a half size to a full size large. So keep that in mind. So we have our Cordura AFT. We have our reinforced Cordura AFT at the knees and shins. We have our Gore-Tex removable waterproof liner that also has the Outlast built in. So there's your seasonality, your functional range. Let's talk about protection. So we've talked about beefed up in the knee and shin with the Cordura AFT, which will still breathe. Inside this pant, you're going to have Rukka RVP Air, which is the most breathable CE-rated armor that Rukka has developed. You can also upgrade it to D30 Air, which is a newer style molecular armor that still breathes from Rukka that you can inject into these pants as well. There's also going to be RVP Air hip armor that's built in, that comes with a pant that you can absolutely inject on your own, if you want to swap out the hip armor. Non-waterproof pockets on the front. Notice here at the front we have a 2-cinch system at the waist, and we're going to break this pant down on the table when we're done kind of walking through the outer shell. But you have a cinch on the right side that's connected to your button here in the middle, and then on the left side. So what you want to do is not cinch it over to one side and create any bunching. You want to be able to evenly cinch it. And remember, there's not going to be a gaiter behind that fly, only because you do have your waterproof Gore-Tex membrane that's completely removable. Notice we also have a 360-degree zip around the top of the pant to connect to the jacket. And you have very easily removable jacket or a suspender system that's built in as well. Turn away from me, Peter. If we look at the side profile of the leg, you have the reflective Rukka logo, which is done with kind of their logo very subtly. You also have a stretch panel at the back of the knee, Velcro at the bottom of the cuff, and then a main zipper that goes up the back of the legs. Turn backwards for me, Peter. You can see the way the backs of the legs are done, so you could fit a beefy touring boot underneath that. The other thing I want to note is there's 2 other technologies at play here on these high-end Rukka pants here with the Airvision. You have the Antiglide system, which is a keprotec panel on the seat that creates a better contact patch with your seat on your bike. And then there's also the AirCushion system, which means that there's a 3-layer system underneath a solid area of your pant at the backside. That's going to be the area that your weight would be, the pressure point with your bike. And what it is, it's a woven layer, almost a cushion, between the lining and between the outer shell, and promotes blood flow and better airflow around the area that would typically be a hot spot or a pressure point on your bike. So a nice touch there as well. So now that I have my Airvisions off of Peter, let's talk about the nuances. And remember, these Airvisions are designed to match up with the Airway jacket for guys. First thing I want to show in detail close up, dual layer of Cordura AFT in the knees. These are sitting behind your RVP Air system. Remember, you can go to D30. Let's talk about the cuff really quickly. Cuffs are nice here. Velcro for cinching, You have your decently high zipper on the back for expansion. As I start to break it open, you're going to notice that here's my Gore-Tex liner that comes all the way down. It does have a drawstring that can be brought up and knotted to create a better seal. I would love to see them go to something that was maybe a little bit more functional, that had silicone on the inside. Again, if I had to nitpick, that's where I would go. I would also love, they do it on the armrest, they do a 360-degree zip at the bottom of the cuff to make sure everything's prim and proper. I'm a fan of that as well. But what we have down here, we have 2 elasticated panels that connect to 2 buttons, and that's really what's holding our Gore-Tex and Outlast liner in place. Now, I did talk about Outlast, the phase change material, which creates that temperature regulating factor. 60 grams of Outlast is actually very thin, and that is built into your Gore-Tex liner here. So it lives within the single removable liner of the pants. Also notice too, as we start to pull this guy up, you're going to see that our fleece comes into play for softness against your skin, but on a good 8 to 10 inches of the pant itself, you have this heavier duty Cordura that's going to make sure that your boot doesn't eat through your pant. Again, hardcore stuff made for hardcore riders. Now, if we work our way back up to the top, I have my flap, my fly down. You're going to see my big gaiter behind the fly, which is connected to the Gore-Tex liner. Remember, these pants are meant to flow a ton of air. Let's work our way in from the top. Very quickly and removable suspenders. Dual pieces of Velcro on both sides, and then when you're not using them, it's actually male to female. So you just go like that, and that flap completely closes up. Very easy, 4 different suspenders, very easy to take them out. I'm not going to bore you by doing them all at once, but it is quick and easy. You saw me do one. Here's my inner liner, goes against your body. It's the Outlast with the waterproof breathable Gore-Tex. I've already shown you how the leg comes undone. I'm going to go 360-degree around the top, which I like because it keeps everything where it's supposed to be. It's everywhere your liner wants to be. And here's my Gore-Tex lining that now comes out. So full Gore-Tex liner with the Outlast baked in. Again, meant to be svelte, not a lot of extra room in it. Again, these pants are meant to fit slim. Think sport touring. You can absolutely, they're an adventure level outfit, but any of the Rukka pants are meant to fit very snugly. Here's my hip armor. It's RVP Air. You can upgrade it to the D30 Air. And then notice that we have that same bubble material. We have that bubble material that promotes airflow, creates a little bit of space between the outer shell, that Cordura AFT, and your body. Again, nice touch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it backwards here, and I'm going to show you your keprotec panel. And then in the seat, you can almost see the outline of it, is that AirCushion system that promotes greater airflow as well. Stretch panels in the backs of the knees. A very complete pant, north of $500. That's going to perform extremely well in warm weather riding. I have been spending some time in the Airway and the Airvision jacket and pant combo before it got too cold here in Philadelphia. It works really well, flows a ton of air, it flows a surprising amount of air, and I actually really like this Rukka logo, which is their reflective logo that is subtle, but it lives, it almost adds a design element, and you don't realize it's going to be the reflective layer. So, as I said earlier in the video, subscribe to us on RevZilla TV. We promote, or not promoting, we're really breaking down and trying to educate around the latest and greatest gear from around the world within the motorcycle world. You can also join the comments, add your questions, your thoughts into our very active community on YouTube, on our product page, or on Facebook. If you want to talk to any of our gear geeks about sizing, fit, function, remember these pants come in short and long sizes. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. As always, they're over $39. Ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us. I don't think I've neglected to mention that this zipper actually leads to the armor, so keep that in mind. That's what that secret zipper is right there. So we're not going to hurt you if it's not sized right. And as always, you can earn Teamzilla cash on any order over $100 if you apply to your next order. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Airvision Gore-Tex Cordura AFT pant for summer warm weather riding from RevZilla.com/Rukka. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.